Fox Across America with Jimmy Failla. They're playing American Woman by The Guess. I don't even know if you could sing that in this woke world we live in. It's not American Person, American Them. Joining me now, a man who would never request such a rewrite from the DJ as a superstar representative from the great state of Florida. Byron Donald's back on the show. Yo, BD.
Jimmy, man, what's happening?
Everything's happening, BD. I saw you on ABC yesterday throwing a hell of a challenge flag at the media once again. Good job.
Yeah, man, because they're terrible. Hey, Jimmy, I know you were jaywalking. Did Alvin Bragg bump that up to a felony for you?
Yo, so you know this as a New Yorker. Like, I'm watching people jump cops in Times Square. I'm watching a guy get hit with a machete. Like, I'm in Times Square right now. I mean, this is going on. And the idea that they railroad Trump to the extent that they do. But my question to you is, do you think anyone is taking this at face value? Because I don't get the takeaway that people believe in the legitimacy of the trial.
I think the country is mostly, when I say mostly, I'm thinking probably 55-60% is thinking this is a bunch of trash. Yeah. This was hot garbage. You have a segment of the country that, they're busy living life, working, chilling, hanging out, whatever. They weren't following at all. They don't know anything. They're just hearing headlines. Mm-hmm. You got and then you have the smaller part of the country, which are just radicals who basically been in we have to get Donald Trump no matter what, because Twitter told them he was a threat to democracy, when the truth is Joe Biden is the actual threat to democracy. Yeah. I think most people will see it for what it is, BS.
Yeah, well, this is the thing, too. It's like, you can't feel the effect of this on your life. Meaning whatever Trump did in payments and legal expenses or personal expenses, it doesn't affect a grocery bill. It doesn't affect the border. But I think they're, in a weird way, I think the Democrats are right to try to run this play because they can't run on the record. I was telling someone earlier, the Democratic record, it's like, the old story when someone's setting you up on a blind date with a girl, but they won't tell you if she's pretty?
You already know what's going down.
Right? How's she look? Oh, you like sports? She likes sports. You're like, oh, this is bad. This is bad. You're a comedian. She's funny. You're like, I got to get out of here. This isn't good. But that's the Biden record. They won't speak to the record because you know what the girl looks like.
Jimmy, Joe Biden is the master of disaster. And look, I've been saying it so much, and now people are starting to catch on. Everything is wrong. Every decision has been wrong. Everything he said has been wrong, and he don't say much. So do you know how terrible you got to be to not talk a lot and then for everything you say to be wrong? Like, that is the lowest bar ever. And so I think the backdrop of everything that happened in New York is the fact that the country's going to hell.
Yep.
And Donald Trump is not president.
Yep.
Like, Republicans have not been in charge. We have the House. Mm-hmm. And we just got that. We haven't had the Senate this entire time. Joe Biden has been president. This is all the Democrats, their own disaster that they've created. And people are looking around being like, all right, well, COVID is over. And the country is in worse shape.
Yeah.
What is happening? And it is because of the man in the White House. It's because of Chuck Schumer, New York's favorite senator. He's a disaster himself. He's a dummy, not smart. And it's because of terrible people up here on Capitol Hill, Pramila Jayapal, AOC, Rashida Tlaib. They are out to lunch. They are gone. And so I think what the country really wants is just common sense back. They're just like, can we just get common sense? No. Like, we don't have to agree on everything, but can we have common sense?
No, I agree with that. Byron Donalds is on the line. I mean, AOC, that squad, they were the ones who wanted to defund the police. And the only reason it didn't happen is Biden thinks the police are a British rock band. Not good.
Oh, my God.
Not good, BD.
Oh, my God.
Give me this. Just roll with me. You don't owe me a response. Did you? So they're trotting out this executive order on the border at 2:00, which, to be honest, is not securing the border. But it's also an admission that they were wrong to rescind all these Trump policies, is it not?
Yeah, of course. But they'll never say that. What they're going to say is that we've secured the border in a painstaking manner, and now there's some additional adjustments we're going to need to make because we want to make sure that the American people are protected. Some such nonsense. They're going to say something like that to try to spin it. The reality is that they broke the border on purpose, Jimmy, and they knew it was broken, and they did not fix it because they're radicals. They are out of control. I want America to really understand this. if any normal human being, if something is broken, your natural inclination is to fix it. If you know something is broken and you don't fix it, then the rational person says, well, either A, you don't want it working anyway because you would have fixed it already, or B, you broke it on purpose, or C, you're not fixing it on purpose. All apply to Joe Biden. The only reason they're doing this executive order on the border, which, by the way, I did tell the leadership a couple months ago this was going to happen sometime in the summer. Stay tuned. So I digress. The reason they're doing this is because its poll numbers suck. Because everybody wants the border secure. Not just Republicans. Everybody. Not just Texas. New York wants the border secure too. And so it's a problem for everybody, and that's why they're forced to do this 5 months before a presidential election. And even then they couldn't get it right.
No, it's pretend. I mean, because there's no way to track this. When they say like, oh, we're gonna cut off migrant encounters at 2,500. How does that work? Are we getting a scoreboard like it's Yankee Stadium where the numbers go up? Like, how does that even work?
Jimmy, this is why we said the Senate bill was trash. And, of course, the left media are all nuts. Oh, Trump told them to say no. No, he didn't. The Speaker of the House, myself, Jim Jordan, there were a bunch of us when we heard initially about my good buddy Chip Roy, a bunch of us when we heard about what the Senate was negotiating, we said before the bill came out, if that's in the Senate bill, it's dead on arrival in the House of Representatives. We said it multiple times, but the media are a flat-out mess. This 2,500 cap or whatever he's doing, that's not going to do anything.
Nope.
It's not going to do anything. They said they're going to they're going to make asylum harder. Jimmy, they're not even using asylum right now. They're using catch and release, straight up. They're using parole, straight up. That's what they're doing now.
It's embarrassing. And the worst part is the people who get into our country look around and think they've already been deported. It's not good, BD. Listen, you still got the fastball. We're up against the commercial break, but take a bow. Another stellar performance, my man.
Love you, baby.
See you soon. There he goes, the great Byron Donalds. But he's right, okay? The people running this thing are a bunch of clowns.